Hello and welcome back to the One Piece Doc Podcast, Episode 2, with Mr. Six and...
It's Erik in the house.
That's Erik. So for our second episode, we thought we'd do something a little bit more fun. Talking about our favorite arcs in One Piece. And we'll probably do another episode later that goes a little bit more in depth, but we want to do a really quick quick video, quicker than the first one.
Oh yeah, quicker than the first one, but we really just want to have fun. That's really what this podcast is about, having fun. And if we're not having fun, you're not having fun, so that's what this is going to be about, right?
So we have a coin flip simulator on Google. So what do you pick, heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay, let's see who goes first.
You can never
and
pick
that's
tails.
me.
Oh goodness gracious.
That's me.
Yeah, it was
Always.
tails.
Dude, it's always tails.
No, you always pick heads.
No,
You're right half the time.
I know,
But if you pick heads,
I'm
you're
right all the time.
Today
50% of the time, I'm right all the time.
50% of the time, you're right all the time.
That's right. Okay, so my favorite arc definitely is, I think, a good majority of One Piece fans, but correct me if I'm wrong. Definitely comment, email, all that stuff. Is Water 7.
No,
And I mean, if you, are we gonna group Water 7 with, like, also, with the kind of rescue arc?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I mean,
that's all one.
Okay,
thing.
we'll just group that in just to make it
Water 7
encompasses all that, because they
and
go back
Enies-
to
and
Water
Enies-
7.
and Enies Lobby.
Enies Lobby. Oh my god,
They're
terrible.
No, they're the same thing. They're not really. They're different settings, but it's like one continuation of like one story. It's like the rescue Robin arc or something.
Just steal my line.
Yeah, as Mr. Six says.
But yeah, man, dude, that arc is so good. It has so many different emotions, because you first get introduced to Robin, and it was so weird when she joined in Alabasta. I was like, okay. But I mean, I liked her, but she wasn't really as fleshed out. She kind of had that mysterious kind of like character vibe.
She didn't have as many quirks or anything.
I mean, she kind of did by her being weird.
The archaeologist of the crew, like she's the one that ever, other than Nami,
the
that
assassin
really reads and stuff. Yeah.
But like, dude, I love Robin. Just like everything she had to go through.
It was a deep backstory.
It was like really deep and
like heart wrenching.
And I guess I relate to her just because like I personally like history, like our history, world history. So I guess I relate with her on that front. But I mean, then also when she tried to sacrifice herself to save the Straw Hats, the only family
she didn't
that
want...
she had for like for a couple months.
Right. For a couple months though, like imagine all this emotional trauma these characters are experiencing, and then like they find their family where they want to be. It's like falling in love for the first time, like that deep level. And
what's love?
And then you're being taken from that. Like that's why she cried. That's why that was probably the most impactful panel of One Piece, when Robin's like, I want to live. Like, that was deep. I still feel it when I think about it, and I'm like, yeah.
Great moments, like when I want to live.
Sage King's
Sogeking
Declaration of War.
Yeah, Sogeking King's Declaration of War. When Rob Lucci starts to walk away from Luffy, and he stands back up, and his look.
Oh yeah, it was like
that was really
determination.
And then when Soga King
Mhm.
reveals himself as Usopp to Luffy,
Yes.
and Luffy was like, "You're here, Usopp," and like,
Yeah.
let's jump into the
Luffy.
sea with freaking
Luffy.
Mary. Dude, so many great moments.
Yes.
It's such a good arc.
Not to mention the fight between Rob Lucci and Luffy was probably the single best fight in the series so far. And that's my opinion, but that's also a lot of people's opinion when you bring this up. It's
Top 5 for me. Top
yeah,
5.
it's definitely it's up there. It's up there.
So okay, I think
we'll do that sometime.
we'll go more in depth later. But Erik,
He's almost said my name twice now.
dude, I know 2 episodes in a row.
Damn.
But Erik, okay, your turn. What's one of your favorite arcs?
After Water 7.
Wait, is Water 7 your favorite? Is that?
You know, Marineford is probably my favorite personally. Water 7's up there in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't really, fleshed it out yet, but Marineford, just because of just the stakes, that was the first time that there was like high stakes. Luffy's up against admirals and vice admirals, and he's never
People
even
that could beat him.
Yeah,
Like he would not win.
and he literally didn't care that he could die or go, get some. There could have been consequences, but Luffy, above all odds, he breaks out of Impel Down, and then he's bringing these people with him. And he just meets out of nowhere. This is his ultimate strength. We see it kind of for the first time. It's not just these random people like his crew, but just people around him. They want to go with him. They want to help him, and yeah, you know what I'm saying. So,
Dude, I know what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying.
I don't know. Like, I do like Marineford arc, but I don't know.
But.
It's but I mean, there are so many great moments in there, like Shanks
it's
when
sad.
Ace gets
Kobe,
gets freed.
passing out.
Yeah, Kobe
Being-
doing his hockey. Yeah,
But then he stands up and he says something crazy. It's not about Marines or pirates. It's about people and our humanity. And Kobe's like, people are dying. We can help them. I thought that was, for me, that was really impactful. And then Shanks comes in there and he's like, you may have just saved a bunch of people's lives. That was epic.
dude, how are we forgetting Blackbeard?
Yes, Blackbeard.
Plus Blackbeard.
Yeah, and
Dude.
San Juan Wolf in the background of that panel, I still remember it today, is just, he towers over Marineford. He's just huge.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The mountain. They say the mountain's big.
but have they seen San Juan Wolf? Probably not.
Probably not.
No. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of good ones, but for me personally, I don't know if I would put it in my top 5.
Really?
I know.
Really?
I'm like throwing
You get to see
throwing
Whitebeard.
some controversy in there.
Whitebeard with his
But
paramecia,
it's not
quick
prime
fruit.
Whitebeard though.
But you get to see.
I'm gonna get so much hate for this.
Yeah, Mr. Six.
No, but
you know,
I
he's a good guy,
say
really.
that but like that wasn't prime Whitebeard, and he was destroying people.
He was destroying. But yeah,
But like, can you imagine?
he bent a Kainu in half with a punch.
But you didn't kill him.
Yeah, but that's because that Logia. There's something weird with a Logia plus
He could have been
ornament
like
hockey. It gives him some. It gives him some sort of like special quality where you can't hurt them.
So after like seeing the Whole Cake Island arc with Katakuri and his hardening with when he's in different like mochi abilities, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like if you're a Logia and you like are phasing through somewhat, or like when you phase or you go into kind of like your element,
Yeah.
right?
What you're talking about.
I mean, you would think that you'd be able to, while you're in your element, you can do some hockey, right? So what if when Whitebeard was punching Akainu, he kind of absorbed that force by kind of turning trans, like or like kind of like that transition between his solid state and his Logia state, but he has hockey,
Yeah,
So
he's
because
punching
if
him.
Whitebeard is using hockey with his paramecia powers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He
absolutely.
can kind of, and he's an
It
admiral.
was at that point hockey versus hockey. Whose hockey
Yeah.
was stronger, and they're both got great hockey.
And we'll have a conversation about what we think about like hockey pre-time skip versus now.
I can
Because
see it.
okay, just give it away. No, I agree with you. Like, yeah, that's how I feel. Like, if you don't know it's there, you don't see it. But if you're a hockey user, you recognize it, right?
Yeah,
and I mean, it's also a visual
Well,
thing
it's
for the
from Luffy's
users.
perspective too. You know?
Yeah,
That's how I see it. But yeah, obviously that was like the one mistake this entire series. I can deal with that. You know, if that was the case.
I mean, I don't see it. I never saw it as a mistake. I just
didn't.
saw it as like
A growth.
or just like it's like, oh, okay, now yeah, we're seeing Luffy's growth. Like, oh, he can, because he can use hockey now, he can recognize it. I mean, because like with the King's hockey, you can. The reason why we could tell King's hockey is because it actually has an effect outward in like people passing out.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can kind of know observation.
Observation. I mean, we've seen people that like dodge attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't like. I mean, we don't.
You just think
We don't see like the kind of like the panel with like them with their eye.
Yeah.
Like seeing stuff coming, or like with the hardening when they're stopping it.
Yeah. Because I mean, observation is all about kind of seeing to the future, but like before it's like advanced, it's like just that person's feeling, and you can feel their feeling before they do it.
Yeah.
And then you can see it. But like with ornament, I feel like it's just your spirit around you. And if you're pre-time skip, you might think that person's just strong. They're just strong.
You okay there?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. But yeah, like they're just really strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
like how we're just like
the air is like so thick in my throat.
Now, after talking about hockey for a little bit, I'll go for my second favorite. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's my second favorite, but it's definitely up there. And it's one that a lot of people do not like. Can you guess what it is?
Thriller Bark.
No. Dressrosa.
Oh, Dressrosa was long.
Okay, yeah, it was long. And me and you both lived through, I mean, everybody lived through it, but like, we actually were reading week by week during that whole arc.
Every week for 3 years.
Every week. Was it 3 years?
3 years. It was like
Were we still in high school?
No. We were.
Oh wait,
probably
I think that was like college, right?
Third year of college when it started. Yeah.
No, not second, third year.
It's
no, because Whole
100
Cake Island was when we're like.
Dressrosa was like 150 chapters. It's like 3 years.
Yeah, but I was just saying our
more.
Timeline. Now we're dating ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
We don't have a piece of paper. Oh my god, this is killing me. But yeah, no. Okay, so Dressrosa, and the reason why is, and I totally forgot to say this when I was saying Water 7. Obviously, when Luffy introduced Gear 2nd and 3rd, duh.
Yeah,
and then
it's like the highlight of that
yeah,
whole thing. That's really what made that one stand out so much.
And then with Dressrosa, we see the next level, which is Gear 4th, and the formation of the Grand Fleet.
That is fantastic,
dude. I remember when we would talk on the phone or like in person, and we would try to be like, who's gonna join, who's gonna be the next straw, who's gonna be that 10th person that everybody talks about.
Jinbei.
Well, yeah.
Jinbei.
Is he even still part of the crew right
Is he even alive?
Who is Jinbei?
Yeah,
right?
Do we really know him? He's kind of a quirky fish character. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the Grand Fleet, that was amazing.
But how many chapters did it take to get there?
It did. I mean, it did. But I'm a patient person.
You should look it up. How many? It's got to be like over 100 chapters.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, it was the longest arc. I mean, and then the Colosseum. Remember when Dong Qing Chao?
There was a lot of great.
Okay,
moments.
I probably messed that up.
That's right.
Dong
Qing Chao.
Yeah, when they clashed, it was crazy. And then when Luffy hit Harudin
Yeah.
in the face after like leveling the bull. Remember?
Yes. Yeah,
That
that
was
epic.
hype.
His
That was
jaw.
probably one of my favorite.
That was One Punch Man.
That was one punch man says. Like
It's
that
like,
was crazy.
And
And then I remembered, and then the Sabo reveal. Even though like people, it was kind of like that Obito kind of thing where like people are like, oh, maybe he's alive because there was that one panel of like
there was a lot going on. There was
Dragon in that flashback, like put him on board. You know, he's still breathing. I think
Jesus Burgess. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to see some of the Blackbeard and then the Revolutionary Army, and then Koala with like one of my favorite backstories with Fisher Tiger.
That was very impactful. That was deep.
Yeah. I mean, and
you figured she'd have like lots
and
of
then
prejudice and stuff against Fishman, but she's on the Revolutionaries. They're just trying to free everybody, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that backstory is great. Anyways, continue.
And then
plus you have the Kiro, like you were saying.
Kiro's, like what a boss! Like he cut off his own leg because he's like, okay, I can't get to him just like trying to break the chain. I'm just gonna slice off my leg, and then go in for the kill. That was
Sugar.
Oh yeah, but Sugar is
her devil fruit is hacks. Literally, if you were like Luffy and you had that devil fruit, the series would be over already because you just turn people into toys and no one would know about them.
Yeah, that was like one of those plot things that it was like, okay, we gotta.
He said the same thing about Akainu.
What if
he's like, if Akainu was the main character, the series would be over too.
So, I mean, like, I wish he kind of split those things up because what if like he created another character for the Don Quixote family that just had a devil fruit that would erase memories?
That would have been better,
right?
I think. Like if you touch someone, everybody would forget that person existed. Or
something.
So
you have like a tag team of like devil fruits, right? Yeah. You just like
instead of making that one so powerful, because that one literally, that seems like unfair because no one would know you.
Like Tekken did like a really like a good video on that. That I like that he's just like, you know, someone just sails off to like Dressrosa and their family, and then they just get turned into a toy and then do the contract. I think it was a contract, right, for them, like when they touch them with the other hand.
She just had to tell them like what they can and can't do.
Yeah, and then just like their family on the other side of the world is like, oh, who's that guy?
Yeah.
How'd you? Yeah, we don't know. We don't talk about your dad.
Like everything. This is just the way it is. Like something happens. That's weird to even think about. Like everything changes around them.
Yeah, that like it like distorts like people's reality.
Yeah,
everybody.
That's a powerful. Like it's
like what if like
doesn't matter where they're at. People forget these people exist.
Sugar touched Goldie Roger right before he died,
and no one knows.
And they're like, wow, there's a ton of pirates around. That's
an overpowered fruit. Like the world government would love this fruit. They would get people in custody and they would disappear forever, and no one ever even know they existed.
God, why
am I a pirate?
But the one drawback, besides not being able to swim, is that you're stuck at your age.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God, oh my God.
But see, what if she ate it when she was like 25, 30?
Then that'd be
35.
perfect. That'd be prime
time. You'd be in your prime for the rest of your life, forever maybe. Do you die if you have this fruit? Can you even die?
That's a good question.
Unless someone kills you.
I think it just makes your exterior. I mean, because she ages like mentally.
Well, it's experience. Would you not get experience? Or are you talking about her brain? Her brain like developed to like maturity.
Yeah.
Well, she seemed kind of, yeah. I don't know. What if it didn't?
No, I mean,
what if she still...
I think it's just like her external physique.
Yeah. Well, maybe her brain. What if her brain didn't, but her experiences did? So she's like a little kid. Like she thinks like a little kid, but she's like a lot of experiences still.
I don't know. We're gonna do a huge reread of the whole series.
But yeah, just Rosa, I have to say it's pretty good. It's a pretty solid arc
when you lay it out like that. But yeah, going week by week is a grind though.
Yeah,
but if you read it all the way through, like
there's still great moments.
It's really I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, your turn.
All right, after we've said Water 7, we've said Marineford, Dressrosa, and let's say the fourth one. Let's go pre-time skip. Okay, and this one has to go back to Don Krieg and when Luffy got
The
Sanji
Baratie arc.
for the first time. Yeah, the Baratie arc, and I don't know. I just like that because of the emotion with Gin coming on the boat and him showing his emotions for how grateful he is for Sanji to have given him the food, and then for Luffy and all of them to just kind of have their. It's like that's kind of showed a lot of humor in One Piece in that arc, you know, because of how Luffy comes in on the boat and he can't really do anything. You know, they give him food, but they don't have money. So then Luffy has to work in the back, in the back of the ship. And they're pirates. You get what I'm saying? They're pirates. They're supposed to be pirates. But he's like, yeah, I'll work for you for a little bit. That's fine. It's like, are they pirates or are they just people who want to have fun? And
well, that's
have an
what
experience.
Luffy is. He is someone that just wants to have fun.
And he doesn't want to hurt people. He doesn't like it when other people get hurt.
Yeah, or get in their way, or get in his way.
Which is exactly why this arc is so good, because when Don Krieg comes here and he's trying to mess with the boat, take it and whatnot, Luffy's like, you're not gonna have this boat, and then he fights him for the doing what's right, and the fight's pretty good. It's not like, there was a pretty primitive fight considering Luffy has gears now and hockey and whatnot.
Wipe the floor. Well, okay, but saying that, but then Mihawk.
That makes it even better. We are introduced to a
Mihawk throwing like slashes at Marineford, and then he was fighting Zoro. He had so much control to just like, just humor Zoro.
Yeah.
Right.
But then
and then control enough to just give him a non-fatal slash
with the tiniest little dagger ever.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And with his hockey-infused blade.
Yeah, it was hockey-infused, yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, okay, hold on. Let me correct myself. Not hockey-infused that he infused it with hockey at that moment, but like he stained it with hockey.
Yeah,
probably a better way to say that.
That's why they're so black, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just kind of recently stated in Wano arc.
Which chapter?
I don't remember which chapter.
Sorry, I'm just calling you.
It was, they were talking about it.
No, I know.
Like the stain blades,
Yeah.
Dude, and they were implying that it was like hockey stained them. But then
can you imagine? That's probably what's going to happen to Zoro's. Yeah, I wish I had like Tekken's knowledge of all the names of the swords.
Oh, he knows all of them.
But his original sword that Kuina had.
Yeah.
That's probably going to become a black blade by the end of the series.
Oh, for sure. He has to make a blade of black blade to be considered the greatest swordsman of all time.
Right.
That's like a pre-requirement.
That's like a standard.
Yeah, like how do you get somewhere? How do you say that you're a great swordsman if you don't even have a black blade?
Yeah. Coming up in here trying to fight Mihawk without a black blade.
Like
I mean, he kind of he does have a black blade.
Yeah. He does.
That he stole. No,
stole.
Not really.
Yeah, he's gonna have a bunch of black blades. At least 3 of them by the end.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah. But I just want to say back to Baratie with that. Then Gin versus Sanji, and that's like the first time we noticed that Sanji, and this is something that I like today. You have Sanji, and he's losing a lot of fights. He hasn't really got a lot of character, in terms of like winning fights and the since
he's not a Zoro.
Yeah, he's not Zoro, but since the new ocean, new world. There we go.
I swear we read One Piece.
we do. We do a lot. But the new world, he hasn't really won any fights, and a lot of people give him crap for that. But like, he lost again in the beginning. And how many fights did he really win pre-time skip? He beat not the wolf guy. He beat the wolf guy. In Water 7, I forget what his name is. He contributed to fighting Anel's troops. I think the guy with the balls, he floated on the balls. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. He floated on the balls, and
No.
he helped Luffy beat him. They both teamed up on him.
Okay, we gotta look this up.
We do. I don't know his name.
It's
been years.
So I
It's
used
been
to
years.
I used to work at a job where I had to remember people's names, and I was extremely bad at it. And it was my job.
I'm also not good with
terrible.
names.
Yeah, it's funny because of your profession currently
Yeah.
or previously.
Yeah.
But
It took me weeks to remember all my students' names.
I wonder what he is. I wonder what he worked as.
I don't know. What do you guys think I worked as? Put it down in the comments. What do you think
What do you think Eric's previous profession was?
Yeah.
What do you think his new profession is?
Yeah. Tell me what you think my new profession is. Tell me what you
Podcaster?
think my old profession was. Am I a podcaster? Or am I something else?
Why'd you have to whisper that?
I just have to make it like extraordinarily yeah.
Gotta
Chill.
have that Eric stamp.
Yeah,
That Eric
that's just
signature.
Me. That's me. I'm just being myself.
I like how we said that this was gonna be short, and it's like almost.
What? One more. So.
Okay, so you want me to cap it off?
Yeah, cap it off with your last one.
Okay, so I'll go pre time skip. Definitely one of my top 5. The Arlong Park.
Ooh, so
And-
much emotion.
And I collect. So I actually collect the mangas
Mm-hmm.
of One Piece and other series, and the volume 10 was the first book that I got that kind of got me on that hooked me into One Piece and
That was a
into collecting
fantastic.
manga
Yeah.
books. But yeah, no, but that one is when Luffy and Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp roll into Arlong Park, and then Luffy punches him,
Mm-hmm.
and Zoro has that epic fight with Hachi,
Oh yeah.
and it ends with Luffy getting stuck
Mhm.
in the concrete, and then he gets thrown in there.
Yeah, and his head's like down there,
Yeah,
and then they
but-
like stretch him out and everything. That was cool.
Dude, Nami's
and funny.
backstory that she sacrificed so much for her whole village, and then even though she thought her village didn't know,
And her mom Bellamy.
and her adopted mom, but
Yeah,
real
adopted
mom,
mom,
but
Bellamy.
let's be real, she was a
Yeah.
real mom.
That's how Nami saw her. That was her real mom. She raised her.
Well,
you
yeah.
know? But then like
Shout out to all the single moms out there.
absolutely,
and
you guys
non-single
are
moms.
the best. And my mom, because she's also the best.
And Eric's mom,
Yeah. And number 6 is mom.
definitely my mom. But
Moms. Hashtag moms.
but I don't know if my mom would successfully threaten Arlo.
Well, yeah, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, Bellamy was pretty badass. I mean, she
Yeah.
was a Marine.
Yeah.
My mom wasn't a Marine.
My mom was in the military, but she wasn't a Marine.
Basically a Marine.
Basically a Marine.
Basically. Shout out to all of our armed services
Mm-hmm. Shout
members
out. Hashtag armed services for the win.
for the win. But
Hopefully forever, actually, on that one. Like forever on the win.
oh yeah.
Yeah. If we go to like World War, 4.
What happened in World War III?
I don't know. I'm skipping it. Hopefully we won that one though.
And back to One Piece. So, but yeah, and then we saw Don Krieg, but seeing opponents that were so overpowered.
In the dreams, and I think the emotion for the first time in One Piece where it was deep, like we're seeing Nami's backstory.
Yeah, it was some real issues,
And
like real stuff.
She's like, and when Luffy put his straw hat on her head and was like,
That was
I
like
got
her.
this.
That was like, you're my treasure.
Yeah.
Since I'm she valued.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
my treasure. But
You're my treasure.
He put his treasure on her. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's symbolic. That's deep.
it's deep, man.
Go into that
So
farther.
deep.
Go into that farther.
But yeah, dude. Even the Fishman. Like, I really love Jinbei. God,
Mhm.
I really wish he would be with the crew, right? Like, interact with the whole crew. I really hope after Wano they all are together and
Mm-hmm.
done with this kind of like separate stuff, because
Yeah.
that's it's really fun when they're together. But I understand why there's just so
Their parties after arcs. That's the best arc.
yeah yeah like there's like it's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird, but it's so much fun. I don't know why. Yeah, I just really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I enjoyed that one too. But other than that, the fight, that was like a really good fight, and it was funny too. Luffy, remember he put Arlong's teeth in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, you're gonna bite me, I'm gonna bite you. It's like when you have like a dog, and your dog like bites you and you like bite him back. You're like assert dominance over him.
I've never bitten my dog back.
I've heard people do this. I've never bitten my dog back.
No,
either,
I know.
But I've heard people do this.
Our mutual friend has done that.
Yeah.
To my Rottweiler.
Yes.
But my Rottweiler, his name's Marty.
Marty.
He's pretty. He's like huge. He's a huge dog.
He's like 200 pounds.
But he's like, I mean, just like his name, he's like, he's chill.
Mm-hmm.
He's chilling.
He's so chill and excited. You can almost ride him like a horse, though. He likes to stand right between your legs. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Taught him that.
Mm-hmm.
But
defense position.
But yeah, man. Okay, here, quickly give us your number 3 real quick, and then.
Number 3. Fun stories, cover stories, all the cover story arc of One Piece.
Really? That's gonna be
They always
the last chance.
Yeah, last chance. Cover stories because like they always tell you what happened to the characters
which ones?
after. All of them. They're always telling you what happened to the characters
Wow.
afterwards.
You're just stealing up all the cover story. Those are pretty dope though. Those are.
I'm just
cool.
being general. But like the reason for it, you get to know what happens to the characters after Luffy pummels them, and.
All right. Next time we're gonna lay out the rules before we jump in the cover stories.
Oh, okay. There were no rules, and if there's no rules, I like to be a sly dog.
Yeah, you do, Eric. You do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that's what the anime is missing. I mean, for me personally, like manga over anime all day. But
the art,
because they just won the art. I prefer the art, but they always stretch out things way too long.
and the filler.
Oh my gosh, sorry, anime watchers, but.
Yeah. The filler's alright sometimes, but it has
I
its
can't do it.
downsides. Yeah.
I can't do anything that's not canon.
And,
Like, well, I'll go into that later, but
yeah, we do need to wrap this up. Getting on
alright.
32.5 minutes. So.
But yeah, no, the covers. Yeah, that's what's missing in the anime. I don't know why they don't do that in the anime. Unless, correct me if I'm wrong, if they do have cover stories in them, because those are like really easy things that Toyosha could do.
I don't think they do. I watch them. I don't remember seeing cover stories.
Yeah, those are like really. I mean, I guess
Like
I
sending
guess
a note
like.
to the moon.
Well, I mean, I could maybe understand just because it's like you're only getting one image every chapter in the front, and they kind of like they're progressed. They just
the last.
snapshot. Well, it'd be cool is if they did that, but like those transitions when you go to like to a commercial break,
Yeah.
right, when they do kind of like the little animation.
That's what it is. It's like a commercial. It's an Oda-mercial.
Yeah. I was gonna think of a better name for that, but I couldn't. So I'm gonna go first.
I don't know. Just
Oda-mercial.
an Oda-mercial. There we go.
Oda-mercial.
It works.
All right. Well, we're gonna end our second ever episode 2 here. But if you got this far, thank you so much for listening to us. We really appreciate it.
You guys are the best.
You guys are the best. To all of our 0 followers.
Yeah, all 0 of you. We
All
love
0,
you.
we love you. But if you want to make it more than 0, definitely don't hit that red subscribe button, and definitely don't follow our podcast.
Don't do that. Don't like anything.
Yeah, obviously don't like it.
Just don't do it.
Okay, you can do it.
Maybe, but don't.
Only if you really want to.
Only if you really want to. We'd love to have you along for the ride as we grow and learn how to do this and just enjoy it.
Well said, Eric. All right.
And it's Eric, and it's
Oh, am I supposed to say? Oh,
Sure, why not? It's Eric and it's
Mr. Six.
and we're out.